Hi everyone, what is going on? My name is Jamie Palmer. Welcome to another episode with the Buy and Destroyer 7.0. So grab yourself a cup of coffee, a beer, a glass of wine, because I'm going to teach you something new. I'm going to show you why the Mogwai strategy on the 1 hour time frame is a lot easier to trade and a lot simpler to trade than the lower time frames like the 1, 5 minute and 15. Now it makes logical sense, and once you watch this video it will all make sense to you. Now I've had a phenomenal last 2 weeks trading the Mogwai strategy on the 1 hour time frame, so I thought I would just explain today in a video on why it's a lot easier and simpler to trade. Now to do this we need to flick over to my charts here. Now let's just go over it now. So the Buy Destroyer produces a 90% win ratio. Now I took 90% off my own personal results. As you can see here, this is my partner's blown account. As you can see, she blew it here. Since I took that account on, I've just been building it and building it and building up slowly. As you can see here, 91%, 89%, 84, 85, 100%. We're going to 2021, 75, 85, 85, 100% so far in April. Okay, so let's say an 85-90% win ratio based off my own personal results. Now let's just say in a 24-hour period the Buy and Destroyer on the 1 hour time frame will produce 10 setups. 9 of those will be winners, 1 loss, producing a 90% win ratio. Okay, you see that? Now let's look at the 5 minute time frame. Same again, 90% win ratio. In a 24-hour period, it will produce 300 trades. 270 of those will be winners, 30 will be losses. Now, I don't think I've seen any trader cover this, especially if they sell indicators or some kind of strategy or online course, because it kind of contradicts what they say. And this is this, okay? Like I said here, on the 5 minute time frame, the Buy and Destroyer will produce a 90% win ratio at 300 trades. Now it's all good saying, look, my Buy and Destroyer does 90% win ratio. That's awesome. But this is the issue. You're not going to be taking 300 trades in a 24-hour period. You're just not going to do it, okay? The reason why you're getting more setups on the lower time frame is because you're getting more candlesticks, okay? So the lower the time frame, the more candlesticks, the more setups. If you're trading the Buy and Destroyer on the 5 minute time frame, you're not going to be trading it for 24 hours a day. You're just not, okay? You're not going to take every single setup. You're not going to take 300 setups. So when you do trade, you might hit all those losses. So just think about that. In a 24-hour period, let's say you trade for 2 hours. Okay, so you trade for 2 hours, and during those 2 hours, you hit all 30 of those losses. But during the other 22 hours of the day, you get all winners, right? You can't change nothing about that. There's just probability, okay? That's just the way nature goes when it comes to trading. You don't know when you load up your charts if you're going to hit all those winners and all those losses, okay? So that's the important part, okay? You're not going to take all 300 trades in a 24-hour period. Now, there's 2 ways we can eliminate that, okay? We can stay consistent and how we can get winning trades. The first one is learn how to filter out those trades. So when you do your trade, it's like when you see me trading the 5 minute time frame, okay, I don't know if I'm going to hit all winners or all losses, okay? The way I filter out those setups is by learning the charts. Is this a good setup? Is there support and resistance? Is the MACD overbought or sold? Let me give you an example here, right? What's this? USD CAD on the 5 minute time frame, okay? The Buy and Destroyer has produced three signals, okay? 1, 2, 3. The only real setup that I would take would this be one here, okay? This, in fact, let me just zoom out. Okay, in fact, there's probably two setups that I would probably take. This one here and this one here, just here. See that? Okay, so out of these three setups, these three arrows here, I would only take two of them. This one here, because the MACD has gone oversold, we've got a nice bit of support. Mogwai arrow, TCA line still in there. It's a great trade. And again, here, nice little resistance area. Mogwai arrow, MACD is overbought. That is an absolute beautiful trade. This is called filtering the setups. So the binary destroyer is producing me 300 setups. But what I'm doing is filtering those setups using my knowledge on the good ones and bad ones. Now, this is how you stay consistent. Now, if you're beginner to trading and you're relatively new to support and resistance, another way you can stay consistent is by going over to the higher time frames. You see, if you're trading the 1 hour time frame, you're more likely to hit all 10 of those trades. Bear in mind, remember what I said, this is the 1 hour time frame. Each candlestick represents 1 hour. So you've got plenty of time to see setups happening, which means you're going to take, I'm not going to say every trade, but I'm pretty sure you would take most of those trades. 99% of those trades, you would be able to take them. And if you can't take them, you would definitely see them happening. Maybe before you go to bed, maybe when you get up in the morning, maybe at lunchtime, whatever. You will see these trades happening because they're off the higher time frames. Okay, so you're more likely to hit every single trade, every single setup that the binary destroyer produces. And this is again how you stay consistent. So let's just have a look. I will show you right now, over the last 2 weeks, I have took 3 trades off the 1 hour time frame. And 2 of them were winners. 1 of them was a loss. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video and I'll show you the setups I took with the binary destroyer on the 1 hour time frame. Okay. So to show you the setup that I took, it was on USD JPY, which I've loaded up just here. Now, bear in mind, this is the 1 hour time frame. So when you trade in these time frames, I've got plenty of time to see this setup happening, right? I seen this setup happening maybe a week before it happened. And when it did actually happen, beautiful. And like they always say, patience pays off in trading. Okay, now basically, let me just break it down to you here, okay? So with the binary destroyer, we've produced this setup here with this is on USD JPY 1 hour time frame. We produced this setup here. Did I take this trade? No, because the MACD hadn't gone oversold. Okay, so still no trade. We went a little bit higher. Okay, so again, still not taking this trade. And we produced this setup here. Did I take this trade again? No, MACD hadn't gone oversold. So still no trade. We then came up like this. And now, in fact, they're like, when that actually happened, you can see here, MACD had actually crossed over at this point. At this point in time, the MACD had crossed over with popped a Mogwai arrow. And as soon as this happened, I went to the higher time frame. So I went over to the daily time frame and I looked to draw my support and resistance. And lo and behold, there it is there. Okay, if you actually zoom out, we actually go a little bit further on this here. You can take it all the way back. You'd probably see it better as well, maybe on the weekly time frame. Let's have a look at the weekly. Okay, you can see here, again, a number of different touches. A nice little touch here, a nice little touch there, a nice little touch there, a nice little touch here. Again, going back down to the daily. Okay, nice little touch there, nice little bit of touch here, a nice bit of touch here, nice bit of touch there. I've seen this trade happening before it actually happened. It's actually a nice little sell on the daily time frame as well. Look at this, right? Based off the weekly time frame, the weekly support, look at that. Weekly resistance, look at that. Weekly resistance, we've popped a nice little signal on the daily. That, ladies and gentlemen, is about 160 pip move to the downside. Anyway, going back to the 1 hour. When I seen this trade happening like this, I'm going back to this trade like this, and I made this setup. Where's my setup like this? Hold on. I'll just delete that. Let me just make that a little bit smaller. There we go, like this. There we go, back down to 1 hour. There we go, like this. So, as you can see here, I've got my resistance here. Now, like I said, I seen this trade happening. So what I did was I did my analysis. I thought, great, this is a potential trade that I'm going to take. What I did was set my stop loss above the resistance. I think it was something like 80 pips it was. This current trade is sitting at, well, I actually locked this in at 100 pips. Okay, I closed it off somewhere, I think at this Mogwai signal here. Okay, that was USD JPY. I want to show you a nice little sell as well I took on GP CAD. I've actually currently got this going right now. As you can see here, I've got a moving SL. So you can see here, I've locked in some profits. This is a nice trade. Now, this was an absolute beautiful trade. To show you this particular trade, we want to go over to some naked price action like this, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the daily time frame, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to draw a nice bit of support and resistance, okay? You'll see this better on the 4 hour. See this? Okay. This, like I said, is a lot more easier to trade. It's a lot more simpler. I see these trades happening before they actually happening. Yes, you're going to get a lot less trades, but the plus side is you're going to capture every single trade. Okay, so again, going over, let's break down this setup. GP CAD off the 4 hour resistance, 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. Okay, I think we've even got a touch down here as well, like here. Okay, another touch, another touch, another touch, another touch, another touch. I seen this trade happening. Literally, you can see the resistance. I go back down to the 1 hour time frame, and there's my entry point. We load up the binary destroyer. Okay, and where's my Mogwai arrow? Literally just there. See that? That's where I entered the trade. Now, I actually closed this trade off. I can't remember, I think it was maybe 100 pip stop loss. I had 100 pip stop loss, and I closed this trade off down here, as you can see here, 100 pips. I then re-entered as we closed below this previous support. So what I did was I entered the trade again off the higher time frames, and this is how I'm managing to ride this trend. What I'm doing here is a top-down analysis. So I'm seeing, if you go over to the 1 hour on the daily time frame, look at this beautiful sell. I mean, literally, it does not get better than that. Look at that resistance area there, right? Look at it. Look at the Mogwai arrow. Look at the MACD. Hadn't quite crossed over, but when you see these setups happening, you can take them all day long. And this is why I'm having huge success at the minute with the buy and short on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, because I'm taking every single setup. Let's just have a look at, give me a currency pair to analyze. Let's just have a look at AUD USD. Okay, let's load up the binary destroyer. Okay, and we'll look at the 1 hour time frame on AUD USD. Okay, we'll flick over to the 1 hour charts. Okay, I haven't really got any setups on that one. Let's have a look at GPUSD. Okay, here we go. GPUSD 1 hour chart. All I can see is these nice little setups there. What I like to do is, okay, MACD's gone overbought. Yes, we've got some Mogwai signals. Yes, have we got a resistance area here? Let's have a look at the daily time frame. Where is it? Yeah, you know what? I really like this trade. Okay, nice. I'll probably see it better on the 4 hour. Yeah, okay. Again, just move this up like this. We've got a nice bit of touch here, nice bit of choppiness there. Okay, you know what? To be honest with you, there's 2 areas of resistance at this level here. We've got 2. This one and this one. You know what? I really like this trade off the 4 hour. You can see this is a really nice sell off the 4 hour just there. Again, this is exactly the same setup. Look, that's interesting. Look, the same setup on the 4 hour produced on the 1 hour as well. Okay, I didn't particularly take this trade, but if I did, this is a beautiful trade. Now, this is the point that I want to explain to you. You're going to see this happening before it actually happens. No messing about, no rushing to get into trades. This will literally happen. You will see it happening. And this is why trading the higher time frame is a lot more easier. It's a lot more stress-free because you're not rushing to get into trades. You're analyzing. This is a potential trade happening on GPUSD. Do I like it? Yes. Great. Enter the trade. This trade, like I said, if you're patient, will produce you, I mean, this trade went 250 pips. Okay. If you get one of those a week, you're making over 1,000 pips a month, right? 1,000 pips a month off one trade a week. That's all you need, right? But like I said, be patient. You're not going to, like I said, going back to this here, you're not going to get 300 trades in 24 hours. You probably only get 10. You probably even get a lot less than that. You might even get 3 or 5. It doesn't matter. The point is you're going to be able to take every single trade. And this is what will keep you consistent. So yeah, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, drop me an email, thebinarydestroyer@gmail.com.